number 2. After the party, it was kind of hard to get out of bed, but I managed it, and I went to a great keynote by Abby Bangser. It was about observability, and she said it's not just like logging. So, you know, we had Kibana at PGGM, and that's really a very good step in the right direction. But she talked about how you can get more out of that. Mm-hmm. So how you can not have only logging, but have dashboards out of that, but not dashboards that are statically. But if you have the right data, the raw data, you can create dashboards for the moment that can solve your problems. You know, find what's causing outages in your system or some stuff like that. And she did such a good job on her keynote. It was really clear, and I really liked how she talked about observability.
It was really impressive.
Yeah.
My key learning that I took from that keynote was that there is a lot more data you can do stuff with.
Yeah.
Also, this data, this raw data, is way more accessible than sometimes they make you think. And true. If you have all that data, there's so much you can do with it and get so much more information from it that is actually more useful than metrics.
Yeah, stupid metrics.
Stupid fuck metrics. Yeah. After the keynote, I went to a talk from Swati Shah.
Oh.
And I met her at breakfast yesterday. So yeah, she told me already at breakfast what her talk was going to be about. So it sounded really interesting.
That's a good way to spot talks you need to go to.
Exactly. So it was about it was the social side. She talked about brain science. She talked about the amygdala, which is the part of the brain that controls your fear.
Yeah, and other emotions also.
Yeah, and coincidentally, my colleague Nick, who's having his talk on Friday, also is going to talk about the amygdala. So I saw, and I texted him like, "Oh, Nick, she's talking about the amygdala," and he texted me back, "I know, I'm in front." Okay, I haven't seen him there. So that was really funny, and she talked about personality colors like you have in all different kinds of models.
I like personality models a lot.
Yeah, but there are so many different ones, and in one there is green, which is in another model yellow, and that may be a little bit confusing. But what I got from her talk was that you don't have to look at your own personality color. You have to look at the personality color of the person that you're trying to connect with. Yeah, and if that person is very sociable, it's better to say, "Oh, come on, let's have a coffee and let's talk something over." And if someone's very analytical, you can come with facts and figures.
Yeah,
for instance. So, and it is one of those obvious things, but you just don't think about it all the time. So it's making me more aware of this, and I'm going to keep this in mind.
Cool, and I like the connection to the brain science as well.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
And I loved it that she had Lieutenant Uhura from Star Trek in it.
Trekkie.
Yes.
I'm also a bit of a Trekkie. A bit.
Yeah, but
not like you.
You don't own a Star Trek uniform.
No, I don't. So, one other thing I went to was a sketchnote workshop.
Cool.
I've seen a lot of sketchnote around, and you know, it's a very powerful way to visualize your ideas. And you know, I like to draw. I draw all the time, but just doodles. So I don't really draw to, you know, visualize my ideas, but just to distract myself. And well, I thought it was like fun, and I decided to sketchnote the sketchnote workshop. So I made a sketchnote.
You did? Cool.
Like this. I also put it on Twitter, so, and it's more readable than this one. So if you want to know what I sketched, then
it looks great.
Yeah, so it was really cool. It was by Eveline Molenaars. So it's yeah, so Dutch one. A lot of Dutch people here at the conference. And yeah, it was really cool to, you know, play around with shapes and, you know,
shades
as well. Yeah, it was really cool. And it, you know, it's just a fun way to make your meeting more, more palpable. We don't like to meet, so make an agenda with a banner, and people are already feeling a little bit more special. So it's a very good way to get your team involved.
Cool. Well, I have a nice little bridge there because I went to the talk of Klaartje van Zwoll and Patrick van Enkhuijzen, also Dutch people. So they had a talk about context-driven everything.
Okay.
And what I really liked about their presentation, and I'm sorry because this is the content was also very nice, but they used slides with drawings that Klaartje made herself. And that makes it so much more fun to look than the normal static, either pictures or a lot of text or graphs.
And it's so personal.
It is, and when you draw it yourself, you can relay the emotion that you want to share with the audience. And so if you want the audience to laugh, you have to draw something funny. And if you have the skills, which I don't, and apparently you do.
No, but that's the part about sketchnoting. Everybody can learn it because it's just basic shapes and learning how to apply that. And of course, a bit of practice can hurt, but Evelina said everybody can learn how to draw. So
okay, then
try it.
Can you teach me to draw?
Of course.
Okay, I'll hold you to it.
Yes.
Nice. So at the end of the afternoon, I went to a talk by James Lindsay.
Okay.
And he was talking about strategy, but it had strategy for people or something like that on the first slide. And then he said, this talk is not about strategy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how the audience responded. And then he said, it's about people.
Okay.
And he was right, because it was so much more about it. Of course, it was a little bit about strategy, but it's all about people. Because why would you make a strategy? It's for people.
Yeah, of course.
And it was interesting. I'd like to hear more about that, because these talks are only 30 minutes. And so what he told us was really interesting. But I think I'm gonna look him up later this week and see if I can get him to tell me more about his visions, because it was really good.
Oh, maybe he's in the open space.
Well, actually, I will be in one of the open spaces.
Really?
Or is it the open space? No, I'm having a hands-on session.
Oh, cool.
Tomorrow, what day is it? I keep losing track of the days. It's Tuesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Oh gosh. Okay, so Thursday at the end of the day, I'm having a hands-on session.
Yes.
And it's called the Match the ET Charter.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So I'm inviting you to join.
Of course, I will.
And but James and Bart Knaak helped me to set this up.
Oh, cool.
So I will be meeting him later on, but I don't just want to talk about that hands-on session, but also about his vision on the strategy.
Cool.
I'm going to do that.
So tomorrow, a big day. I'm gonna have my talk with the SpecFlow lady.
Right.
You're gonna do some sessions, so we have a big day in store.
Wait, we're not at the same time, are we?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I'm at the end of the day.
No, it's in the morning. So
good. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fine. So we'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, we're gonna have dinner first now because I'm kind of hungry. It's
Yes.
almost 7. It's almost 7.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.